I expected a drop off from the Mariners, which was actually a very unpopular thought. And they could still, I'm not saying that through 32 games they're going to be a bad team. We'll see. But it is kind of backing up that thought that I had. I felt like Seattle played over their heads last year. Yes, an up-and-coming team, but they played a lot of close games. They won a majority of those close games, which is pretty random to do that. So I expected them to kind of fall back down to earth. The Rangers spent a lot of money, right? So you knew that they were going to be improved from where they were a year ago, but not really a serious threat. Oakland was just trading left and right.
Yeah.
They depleted. They toured the 26-man roster, their big league team, down to the studs, which is something that Oakland does quite a bit. The Angels were the team that I wouldn't say I was scared or worried about them coming into the season, but it just in the thought was, okay, you have Shohei Ohtani. Coming off the best season, obviously, he's had as a Major League Baseball player. He's at worst a solid number 2 or 3 starter in your rotation, plus a plus bat in your offense. You have Mike Trout, who is the best baseball player of this generation, when healthy. Anthony Rendon's a plus player when healthy. So there's a lot, and they have some good young players too that people don't really, no-namers, I would call them. So they're a team that had all of the pieces. They signed Thor. What's he going to look like? But the pitching was something that I was concerned about. Watching them so far, 33 games in, if you have to put the big if they stay healthy, I think that the Angels are for real.
You have to. I mean, look, you can look at the money they've spent. You can look at the resumes of the guys that they throw out there every single day. They've got a really young bat at first base, but you've got Rendon at third base. You've got Trout in the outfield. You've got the reigning MVP in Shohei Ohtani. And you've got good veteran pieces sprinkled throughout, including a guy that, a lot of people like to crap on, but even with having Upton still on that team in left field, that's a lot of pop whenever he comes to the plate that has the potential to go yard on you.
They got rid of him.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, he was making too much money, not enough production.
Where is he?
I don't think anybody picked him up yet.
I didn't know that they had gotten rid of him, but over and above what they normally do spending money, they're now starting to develop some of their young players, right? You got the kid that threw the no-hitter the other night. That was one of their draft picks. Yeah. So they're starting to do some things instead of like overspending for underachieving veteran pitchers, which they normally do. Syndergaard, I had said that was someone the Astros should have looked at, especially for the price, and he has over-delivered so far for them. Maybe not the fastball he had with the Mets, but effectiveness and being like ahead of the rotation guy along with Ohtani brings them another quality starter that they haven't had. Right. So you're right. As long as they stay healthy, and because of the way the division has basically unraveled and unfolded around, the Mariners, we were talking about it coming into the show, were supposed to be the second-place team that was on the come, that was continually playing better and better. They're not playing that great. So the door was wide open for the Angels to step through, and as long as they can stay healthy, their other bugaboo has always been pitching. If their pitching just stays even just where it's at right now, there's no reason to believe they're not a playoff team. That could be a problem for the Astros in the division. Not saying the Astros are going to lose the division, but there's your biggest competition.
Yeah, I think it is the biggest competition. Todd on Twitch, I would normally say I'm not worried about the Angels, but I am a little worried about the Angels. Angels are going to be a playoff team if they stay healthy. The question is, do they win the AL West, or do they move back to one of those wild card spots? We told you the star power that they have. Yeah. Jared Walsh, remember he made the All-Star team last year over Yuli Gurriel.
Right?
Yeah, plays first. Tyler Wade's a pretty good second baseman. They have Iglesias in the back end of that bullpen. It's a team to keep your eye on. I don't think that they're going to go anywhere unless they have injuries, which is something that is prevalent with them. It could be a fun race in the American League West.
I want to tell you about Fitz Roofing. Fitz Roofing is dedicated to the loyal people of Houston, Texas. That means if you got a leaky roof or need a full roof replacement on your business or your home, and or you want to get something done around the yard or maybe something around the house, Fitz Roofing can help. All you got to do is check out all their services at fitzroofing.com, and better yet, call them 832-521-3001. They'll come to you and do a free, no-obligation inspection that costs you absolutely nothing and tells you absolutely every way that they can help you fix your problems. Check them out and make sure you go to Fitz Roofing because they have the best warranties in the business, the best ratings, and the best service. They're going to take care of you every step of the way. Fitz Roofing, making a difference, one home at a time.